Hi, to find and manage display settings on the Vivo V40, we'll need to go in the settings first, and here just find this tab, display and brightness. So let's discuss each of these sections. First thing we can see is the brightness, which we can adjust just by dragging the slider left or right. Here you can enable adaptive brightness so that the brightness of your display will adjust depending on the lighting around you. That one feature is eye protection, really helpful. I suggest you to enable it so it will never turn off automatically, or you can tap it and here select your own schedule for this feature. As you can see, my screen just become warmer. Let's just disable it and check the changes. And now let's enable it. Yeah, the screen goes in this orangish color. Here you can select its intensity and you can enable this feature as well. And you can see this short description just with each feature. Let's disable it and go back in the previous setting. So the next thing we can see here is the dark theme. I bet you know what does it mean. So the dark theme is when your screen is black and the text is white, and if you disable it, then the screen will be white and the text will be black. Here you can also set a schedule for this theme. We have two options, sunset to sunrise or turn on as custom time. Here you can select your start point and your end point, just like that. Now let's disable it and enable dark theme. Here in the screen timeout, you can select any option from the list so that your screen will turn off after this amount of inactivity time. And after that, we can see this auto rotate screen. Now it is enabled, so when we will try to put our phone in a landscape mode in any app, then the screen of the phone will rotate as well, so you can use it in this landscape mode. You can disable this feature and make your screen like in a portrait view. So now when you will try to rotate your phone, the display won't rotate. And let's go back to these display settings. So the next feature we can see is screen colors. Let's go in here. This is the standard. Just take a look at this panel because that is an example how each of the feature will look. That is professional one and that one is bright. So here the standard option is a default option, but you can select bright, for example. And here you can adjust the color temperature manually by dragging this slider and this plus, and you can see how the screen changes like that. So here you can also go in the cold color, warm color, or if you messed up you can select default and everything will go back to normal. And now the next thing is font and display size. So here you can make your font size larger like that. That is the largest option, or smaller like that. This is the smallest option. Let's make it default here. And in the display size, we can do just the same. So you can see how the display changes according to my adjustments. Let's just bring it back to the default option. And now if you want to make your screen and your screen text more visible, you can just enable this bold text feature and everything will be bold like that. And high contrast text looks like that. I don't like it, so let's disable it. And also if you messed up, you can use this restore default option and everything will go back to its defaults. Now the next feature is font style. So this is default option. This is classic font. Here you can see how it will look and you can apply it immediately. And also you can go in the download more option and select any other option from this fonts list. You just need to tap it. Here select the download and after that you can select to apply. And now the changes are applied. You can check it in this time zone and let's go in the settings. So everything looks like that now. And I kinda not like it. So let's just bring everything back to normal. Now I return back to the default font style and let's go to the next feature, which is status bar. You can go in the notification methods and select any option from these free ones, icon, number, and none. Here you can enable display real-time network speed, like that. And here you would see in this upper right corner the displays real-time network speed. Let me show you this closer. Here, let me just disable and enable so you can check the difference. Great. And here is the battery style and percentages. Here you can select another style and to do not display battery percentage or display outside the battery, like that. Let me show you this closer one more time. Let's go to the do not display and display outside battery. Here is how it looks. And for the battery style, you can select this landscape and also a circle. I want to select landscape, and now let's go back. So now we can see this screensaver. You can enable it. Here, go in this customize option, select this style, one of these two options, and night mode, very dim display for dark rooms. And you can go in the photos. Here also tap the customize, select your albums. So you would need to put this check mark on the camera, and here you can enable or disable those features too. And here you need to select your start point. So you have three options, you just need to choose one of these, and then you can also tap preview and see the preview just photo. Let's disable and go back to the clock. And now we can also change the screen resolution. So here you can check the changes. Let me show you this closer. This option is by default. This is high definition, more power saving, and that one is super definition and more clear. So switching the resolution will close all running apps. Notice that. And let's just select this default and simply go back. And here for the screen refresh rate, you can select one of the three options. Smart switch, the most appropriate one, standard, which is 60 Hz, and high, which is 120 Hz. So just select any other from the list. Let's switch to the standard, and that one is high. You can see how scrolling just becomes so smooth. Just like that. And that one is smart switch. I prefer it, so let's leave it like that. And also we have visual enhancements. So you can see how it will change with the enabled visual enhancement. And let's enable it here. And now we can check apps that support this feature. You can either enable them or disable by tapping on this switcher. And now we need to go back. And the next feature is full screen display of apps. So in my case, all of my apps supports full screen, so there is nothing to change, but in your case, you could see just another tab. So the last feature is display at the top of the screen. The following apps have been fitted to display in the top area of the screen, and the following have not been fitted. You can tap it and select display the front camera, hide the front camera, and automatic fitting. And that's it for today. Hope this video was helpful and thank you for watching.